All right, so now we get to Friday. Friday, the sun enters the sign of Virgo. We are entering Virgo season. Happy birthday to all my Virgo collective. So, Virgo season is a really good season because it's kind of, we're really productive during Virgo season. So, this is when we make checklists, we make checklists, we check them twice, and then we get things done because it's like, first I do this, second I do this, second I do this, and you just go down the line and just get things done. However, Virgo also has a shadow aspect, and the shadow aspect is being stuck in Idea Island, is the best way to explain it. I'm going to do this when I grow up, and I want to do this, and I want to do this other thing, and I want to do this other thing, and I want to start my business, and I want to have this new job, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. And then you're stuck there thinking about how you should do it and how it has to be totally perfect. You have to be perfect. Everything has to line up perfectly, all your ducks in a row before you take action in something. So it is very strong in the energy of procrastination. So, and this goes like, Virgo season goes till September. So keep that in mind. Okay. I need you to be productive, have your checklists, but don't over focus on checklists and telling yourself that you cannot do anything until you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G done. Okay? Slowly work on the making the A, B, C, D, E, F, G while still working on other things at the same time. So this is kind of like multitasking energy, focusing on what it is that you want to go forward, but you're also in this energy of seeing what there is. Now, something I do want you to be mindful of, okay? If you're finding yourself extremely distracted and extremely procrastinating, all right, ask yourself why. Okay. I don't want to tell you how many people have come to my office and I have seen that they're they're trying to start their own business and they find themselves stuck, blah blah blah, whole mess of stuff, and it's because they really don't want their own business. They just don't want to work where they're working, and they're thinking that if they have their own business, they won't have to work there anymore. Not noticing that that's not really what they want. They just don't want to work where they're working anymore. So it's like, how about instead of finding and starting your own business, we focus on maybe looking for a place where you feel more valued and you feel more directed and you feel more yourself. Um, and the reason why I kind of know that maybe they don't want that own business is because there's a lot of buts. I want to start my own business, but I want to do this, but I want to do this other thing, but, and there's a lot of buts. And then there's a lot of dragging their feet and things. And there's reasons behind that. There's reasons that we want to ignore. So, that's just an example. You guys have to take it as it resonates. Like let's say you're going to school and you're going towards a profession, but there is always a reason why you're failing or you're dragging your feet with homework or etc etc. There's always a reason, and it's like, do you really like what you're going towards, or are you doing it because you think it's going to give you an end goal that you want that is in a different alignment, right? um, of what you're doing at this moment, like working from home, right? There's a lot of people that want to work from home, so they pick careers so they can work from home, but they fucking hate it, right? And so what is it that you're trying to look for with working from home? Let's focus on that. What is it you're trying to look from working from home? Why is it you want to work from home, right? And then from there, move backwards and pick some other career and another situation. I guess I'm trying to tell you that procrastination and distractibility is not necessarily um, because you're lazy or because you're low motivated or whatever. It maybe has to do something internal, and there's something you have to really step into this procrastination and talk to the spirit of I know that sounds crazy, but talk to the spirit of procrastination to ask it why it's doing it, right? I'm burnt out. If I do this, I'm going to be going 100 miles an hour in many different directions, and I'm already tired as it is, and I don't want to do that. I want to do something that will fill my cup and you're not doing that. And then that's when you have to do things that fill your cup. And then you can probably revisit that idea when you're not so exhausted and burned out. So I want to say no plan is a definite no, and no plan is a definite yes. But this is a time for you to really air out the different, iron out the different wrinkles in your system. Yeah, I hope that helps.